Hello guys, welcome to another video of Carolina EDC reviews. We are back here in the range and we're gonna be checking out a build kit from the guys at MDX Arms. They specialize in 80% parts and AR parts and all that good stuff. As you see, this is gonna be their slide on top and their barrel, and of course everything else is go OEM parts for the Polymer80 frame here. And of course this is gonna be all black with the tint gold looking barrel here. We are on a safe range here today, as you see in the previous videos, and I want to appreciate the guys here at Off the X Training Solution. Make sure to check those guys on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I appreciate those guys letting me use the range here as well, so make sure to check them out. I'll link in down below to their YouTube channel and everything else. So okay, so we're looking at another Polymer80 build. As you know, I like to do these Polymer80 build kits. Very simple. You know, so many options out there, and basically all the options they have from the guys at MDX Arms. And like I said, was kind enough to send this build kit, and I have done plenty of these before in the past. And just like any polymer build kit out there, it just comes to preference, however you want to build it. Of course, they got different models that goes for the Glock 19, 26, 43, and so on. But check the website and see what's available. I know nowadays things are getting hard to find, but check this guys out, and I'll put some links down below or pin them in the comment down below because of YouTube. Now this is going to have the RMR cut with the plate and everything. It's going to have just a standard Glock side plastic sides, which I hate it, really don't like at all, but they do function whenever they do. But again, I like to change it out, but I want to go ahead and test it out and shoot it just the way they come from them. Again, the barrel is pretty nice. It's got a nice crown here. As you can see, it's flush to the slide. The cool thing about this is that it has a relief cut here, which is makes it nice and round, so make it easy to holster. It got nice front serrations in the front and on the back, which is very deep and very easy to manipulate. Even though out here where it's cold and everything, you can rack this slide very easily. They do have relief cuts on the top and on the side, so you can see through it. A lot of people don't like that because they, you know, say that if dirt mud gets in there, it can obstruct the firearm from functioning. But that's something you have to, I guess, test out or see if that's so. But just like any mechanical thing, do things break, you know, they quit working and everything else. Now I have shot a few rounds, just make sure to test fire. It doesn't blow up in my hand or anything like that. But I did have some few issues and things, just like I previously mentioned in some of the 80% build that I have done in the past and review. They are a little finicky, depending how much time you put on the frame when you do you know, do all the removing of the tabs and the relief cuts and everything, whatever you call it. So the this frame becomes a 100% frame and functional. Of course, with drilling the holes and everything comes from there. They have everything available. But I do like the 80 polymer frame because it gives you a better texture, which I really love. I always like. The grip angle is better, in my opinion. And you can also customize it however you want it. Same way, just like any other Glock and everything. And this one's going to be, you know, more versatile because you got a better Picatinny roll where you can mount pretty much any light or laser. You have the relief cuts as usual for the 80 pound, which I really like because give you a higher you know, grip on the firearm, better height, and integrated biblet tilt and all that good stuff. So just like any polymer, it's got the basic stuff, you know, the extended slide release, slide lock, whatever you want to call it, extended magazine button here. And again, everything's pretty much Gen 3 stuff on this Polymer80 because that's what generation they use. They go by with the Polymer80. So all right, so that's pretty much it about the slide and everything. Again, very nice, well done. Really like the front, which is nice and, I guess, bevel, relief cut, whatever you want to call it. It does have, we do have a stainless guide rod in it, so we don't have the plastic, so that's pretty good. It comes with a single spring stainless guide rod in it, which I really like. It's more durable, so if you shoot a lot, it doesn't overheat and warp or whatever the reason may be. But let's take it down and talk about some of the stuff that you have to maybe consider when it comes to you know, the 80% polymer frames. Now, like I said, very nice will slide. I guess you got the stainless single spring stainless guy rod, which I like better. And again, just your standard stuff, Gen 3 parts in it. And for the frame as well, just your standard frame and everything. Now, one thing I have done with this, I did polish or grind this rails more smoother and straight, because it's one whole piece. That's the way they come from 80 polymer. That's the way they are lock and block is, because it's not like the Glock where they have one piece, but it's just all together. And what I like to do, sometimes I have had issue in the past where you have this rails have a little step down, or a little bit step down, and that makes the slide hang up or not going to full battery. So I sand it down a little bit smooth as possible. You can do that with a stone or sanding stone or whatever it may be, real fine. And all you do is either before you put the trigger housing in there, either set it down flat on a flat surface and just sand it down smooth, and that way you know, you don't have that step down there, and then polish it or whatever you want to do. But that's what I did right there. I don't know if you can see it, but I grind it down just a little bit to you know, help with the break-in period time, which I did have some issues with the slide not going into battery at first, but I smoothed that out, all that good. And we're gonna shoot a few rounds here. Again, plastic size from Glock, I really don't like it, but we're gonna put some on paper and just put a few more rounds, see where I'm hitting. And of course, again, with any other firearm, I always shoot to the left, just me. But anyways, enough talking. Let's shoot some rounds through it and then give my opinion what I think about it. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we got some 115 grain aluminum case here from ICQ ammunition here. Want to try it through this, make sure it functions, and that's what I'm just going to shoot throughout the rest of the video mostly. So we're going to chamber around, make sure, and see how well I can shoot. We're about 7 yards here at the first target here, as you can see. We're just going to put some rounds nice and easy and see where we're hitting. So here we go. I don't know if you can see, but we are shooting down and left, and of course could be the sides or just could be me, but the sides seem to be pretty even, but again, I'll be switching those sides out because I really don't like them. So let's put another mag, another one here. It's about 3, 6, 7, about 10 rounds here again, and make sure it functions still, and put some more rounds. We're gonna see if we can put them on the center this time. So here we go. Magazine drops freely. Use the ETS mag the second time, and just turn the Glock mags here, 19 magazine. So seems to be functioning so far. The break-in, that is some hot rounds. I'm not sure, but you can see a little bit of spark there for a minute. So you can see everything seems to be fine. It's running very nice. So let's continue shooting, and then we're gonna shoot at the other target to see how well we can hit it. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we're going to take a few more shots here, about 10 yards. So I want to say, first of all, thank you to GoMag Warehouse for being a sponsor of the channel. Again, make sure to check those guys out if you're looking for magazines or any type of AR magazines or whatever it may be, magazines related. Check the link down below and make sure to use the affiliate link, which helps me here on the channel to keep going, bringing content like this. So let's step it up again and shoot some hollow points here. And we're going to use 124 grain. Not sure which brand it is. I want to say Federal, but mixture of different hollow points rounds. Make sure it runs and functions to the MDX arm slide here in the 80% build kit. So let's see if we can hit a few steel target, which again, my sights are not sighted in rail. They're shooting left and low. So here we go. Some hollow point, 124 grain. Now, one thing I noticed is, bring you back over here. One thing I noticed is the trigger, it is a little bit mushy. Of course, it's an OEM trigger, not my favorite, but you can always replace it. But other than that, the trigger needs to be a little bit more smoother. Of course, the more rounds that you put through it, the more it's gonna you know, loosen up and everything. But most likely I'll change this trigger to something else more comfortable. If you know, I like my flat trigger. So all right, so everything seems to be working fine. We only had one malfunction early in the video, but other than that, it did feed the hollow point, so that's good. So if you want to have you know, a firearm 80% build that you like the way you want it, make sure to check those guys out, MDX Arms. So let's continue shooting, and now we're gonna shoot at the little bit farther paper target, see where we can put the round. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we're gonna shoot at the target right here. The farther one's out on paper, and see where we're gonna hit at again. On the other one was shooting to the left and low. So we're gonna take our time and take some shots here at this paper target. Put it down center and see where we hit. All right, there we go. All right, so one more function. Again, the trigger still feel like it's have a little bit of delay. I'm not sure how to explain it, but it feels a lot harder to press, and like right there, just not really sure, but it is hard to press. It's not a crisp break on there. So let's see if I can show you this on camera here. Move you around just to give you an example of what I'm talking about. So we are in .96 range. So right there, take up, and it's starting to get hard to press right there. So not really sure what's going on, but let's see if we can okay, I see the pin is starting to come out. That's what it was. All right, as you can see there, the pin is coming out. So that might have to do something with the trigger being hard to press and not being all the way in. So let's fix that and then come back. Stay tuned. All right, guys, I got the pin back in, pushed in where it's supposed to be at. So the trigger still feel kind of hard to press, but let's put some more rounds through it. Take by a few shots here. Back at the paper target, the longest far out, see how well it does, and see how well the trigger, you know, work itself out here. So here we go. So it's going to battery. Try again. Alright, we had that one foot to go into battery all the way. The round was nosed up or whatever, but the trigger's a much little better. So let's put more rounds through it and make sure it can continue to function. So stay tuned. Alright, guys, I think that should do it for today with the MDX Arm build kit, 80% build kit here. It has a lot of malfunctions here. Typically your ones with stovepipes failed to go into battery or not chambered around correctly. It is some kinks to it that I need to work out with this one here as well. The trigger and the trigger pin wants to come back out again. Did push it one time in, but other than that, I need to take it apart, clean it real well and everything, and kind of see what's going on as far as I go. Again, with 80% polymer, it's a 50-50 thing with anyone, basically, if you do it your own self. But if you get it directly from manufacturer that comes already, drilled and everything and all that good stuff with the serial number, of course, you have to go through the FFL to get it shipped to you. But you don't have no issues then. But 80% polymers, again, they're very finicky when it comes to building them. Sometimes you're going to have some issues like you see here, failure to feed, stovepipes, or not chambering, or most of the time you're going to have some that are not going to go into battery and just need to work some kinks out of it. The more rounds you put it through to it, the more it's going to break in, of course. But helping it out with the block, the slide, the rails, I'm sorry, the block and the rails, you can smooth it out a little bit. That help kind of speed the process of breaking it in. But this is the first time I ever had the issues where the trigger was extremely hard to break, really hard to break. It's just extremely hard. Not sure what it is, or is it the pin coming out, but it's not coming out all the way through, just really sticking out. But maybe the hole needs to be I don't know, maybe the drill hole needs to be a little bit wider or something, or just need drill through it again. Maybe that gives it a little bit more play to the pin, as long as it don't come out, of course. But maybe that will help with the trigger getting stuck. As you can see, it's real hard to press while on the fire. It's extremely hard sometimes. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Not sure what it is, but I had to take it apart and just kind of do some troubleshooting and see what could it be. Now, as far as the slide goes and everything, it should fit pretty much any Glock holster out there. But as far as the Polymer80, it's not going to fit because of due to the way the trigger guard is made. You'll have to get a Kydex custom, somebody that does the 80 polymer frames to be able to fit it, of course. So it's not gonna fit your frame unless you get the slot separately, put on your OEM Glock, then it will fit your your already holster that you may have for your Glock. Should fit, but with this frame it won't. So you have to get one made, or purchase one from somebody that makes the 80 polymer Kydex holster for it. So overall, again, it's a chance you got to take when it comes to 80 polymers. Not saying that it doesn't work. It just they can be very finicky with ammunition, or you might have to do some modifications to it or some troubleshooting that may be. But other than that, I mean, it functions. I don't have another magazine loaded here, but other than that, all the magazines fall freely, nicely. Magazine button works, the slide release works just fine. But other than that, by replacing the sights, which I will do, and again, we'll troubleshoot the frame, which I think most of that will be contribute to the trigger being so hard to press. Sometimes it just getting bind or something, not sure. But other than that, I mean, let's take it apart and then see what kind of wear we have in here. But other than that, everything seems to be working fine. Let's see what the barrel looks like. Might be a little bit hot, but the barrel is holding up pretty well. I don't have nothing to wipe it with, but it is dirty. We have run at least 200 rounds through it. Again, I really like the tint color because it sticks out when you have a slide like this, where you can see the barrel through and just sticks out like good. But other than that, it is working fine. I don't see any much of a finished wear inside, machine tooling or anything like that. Everything seems to be fine, as you can see. Real dirty. Another thing I noticed here, as you can see, it's a lot of brass flakes, or I think that's what it is. and I never really noticed that much of stuff like this and this type of firearms. And I typically only see them in the 80% polymer firearms that I built. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if it's ammunition related, but comment down below, let me know what that could be. Like I said, don't see that a lot, but as far as the frame goes, as you can see, everything seems to be doing fine. Again, other than the trigger, but there it is. I don't know if you can see that, it's dirty now, but comes out and everything. That's pretty much it. Again, that's typically some of the troubleshooting you're going to have again with Polymer80s. They do need a break-in point or some troubleshooting in that nature. And again, most common things is going to be not going into battery all the way, so you're not able to fire, or it's not traveling far enough because you did not shave enough off the recoil guide where it rides into the frame right here in the front, so it gets bound. That could be some of the contributor troubles that you may have with the not going into battery or not traveling all the way far to eject. But I'll check all that, and I have checked that, and it seems to be fine. Just the trigger portion here is the only thing that I'm concerned of, which we'll change it out to something else, see if maybe that'll fix it. But other than that, that's pretty much, that's all I have. I want to say thank you to MDX Arms for sending the build kit here. I always like to try new products from different companies that do provide build kits like this for us to exercise our freedoms and stuff like that. So again, check out MDX Arms. I'll try to pin it in the comments down below because YouTube do not allow us to put any links directly to any company, so make sure to check that out as well. So thank you as usual. Make sure to follow me on all social media. Hit the like button if you're new to the channel. There is a join button that you can donate to the channel. It's not necessary, but a big thumbs up will be even better. So make sure to like, share, follow me on all social media again, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, where you can find me mostly on Instagram, where I always post upcoming videos, products, reviews, and stuff like that. And as usual, giveaways. Once in a while I do giveaways, so don't miss out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, MDX Arm, I like it. Again, Polymer80s, again, we have to work on some stuff here to make it more better than it is, and hopefully we can fix it. But hopefully we'll do a second video on this to kind of give you an update as usual. And that's it. That's all I got. That's the only kind I have as far as the malfunctions and the trigger. Other than that, I like it. I like the looks. I like the slide, and also it's ready for RMR cut, so you can put your red dot out there that accepts the RMR footprint. So guys, that's it. That's all I have. Thank you as usual. Make sure to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And as usual, see you on the next time. Goodbye.